Family Children's Services of the Suncoast provide much needed hope and healing in our community through their incredible efforts for those in need. And here with more is President and CEO Heidi Brown and Event Chair Rachel Benderson. Ladies, you do such amazing work all the time and you never stop. We were chatting about that. You have so much on your plate and you give so much to the community, both of you, so many different ways. So thank you.
Thank you.
Right now, we'd like to hear about what you do for the JFCS, please.
Sure. Thank you for having us.
Of course.
I am the President and CEO for Jewish Family and Children's Services of the Suncoast, and I'm Chief Cheerleader. I get to go out and tell people about all the wonderful things that we do. The first thing that I like to share is that Jewish Family and Children's Services is founded on the Jewish tradition of helping all people. We are non-denominational.
That's lovely.
We are here to support the entire community, all faiths, all denominations. We actually have a phrase in our Jewish tradition called Tikkun Olam, and that roughly translates to repair the world. And that's basically our mission, one person at a time, to help, to give hope, and healing one person has what our dear friend Marjorie Barancic would say as the ripple effect.
It does. It does, because they share that with others, as you mentioned.
Yes.
And it just, that's what happens.
Yeah.
So we'll talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Now, what opportunities do you support? What types of things do you have?
Well, Jewish Family and Children's Services provides for the community human services and mental health services. Human services, an easy way to understand it would be financial assistance and case management. So it's providing wraparound services so that people get all of the support and help that they need. It's like a big hug, if you will. And mental health services can be provided in so many ways. It could be through our school-based counselors. It could be our mobile response team that goes out 24/7.
So if somebody calls
That's
you.
right, for anybody ages 0 to 24. It could be through school-based psychological testing. It could be a program that we offer for adolescents, and it's called adolescent diversion, to keep them out of or becoming introduced to the criminal justice system. We have a camp. It's called Camp Mariposa. Camp Mariposa literally is a place where children can go. We have 2 camps for ages 8 to 12 and then 13 to 17. Children can go to these camps, and the only qualification is that they are impacted by a loved one who has and suffers from an addiction disorder. And these kids go through their life and their experience as feeling like they're the only people who have had this happen to them. And there's guilt and there's shame and there's poor self-esteem, and there's a very high propensity that they would continue in that cycle of addiction. So we provide a camp for these kids, which is rooted in mental health services and support, but it's also fun. And kids make friendships, and they swim and go canoeing and climb trees and have a terrific experience. Get to be kids. Because oftentimes these are the kids that make the adult decisions in the home. So that's just an example of how JFCS impacts children at risk, families. We provide homeless prevention services for individuals, families, and veterans. We provide specialized services for Holocaust survivors, and we have a whole range of services providing outreach to seniors and their caregivers.
Lovely. Now, everything that you've just said, again, I think it all comes back to when you're helping one individual, even though they're in a group, they're helping one another, which gives them more self-confidence. It makes them realize they're not alone, and can give them the strength to go on and succeed and be a better you know.
Right, and that's resilience.
Yes.
And that's exactly
Yeah.
the foundation
That's wonderful.
that we want to support and elevate for
Now,
everybody.
what impact have you seen on the community? I know that Rachel's going to talk about something that she's seen, but
Yeah. I was out in the community at a local store and talking to somebody about JFCS and that I get involved. And a young girl who worked at the store that I was at overheard me and after came up to me quietly and asked, you know, do you work for JFCS? And I said, no, I just am involved. And she said to me, I have to tell you, when I was in middle school, they essentially saved my life. And I mean, I just stood there. That's why I'm involved. I mean, that was it.
That's
so that was just,
Yeah.
if an organization, if people can have that much of an impact, I mean,
you want to be
I want to
involved.
be in on it.
How did you
Yeah.
first get involved, though?
Just through our family. They've been involved throughout the years, and I just read up on the mission and everything that they believe, and it's just so simplistic. They just want to do good for others, and I jumped right in.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I think you make a great team.
Thank you. We try.
And we'll have you back because you have some special events coming back
We
later this
do.
year. So I'd love to chat with you both again.
Thank you.
Thank you for being
Thank you
here.
very
Yeah,
much.
thanks for having us.
Next on Suncoast FYI, we learn about new programs at the Humane Society of Sarasota County.